So what happens when someone decides the world isn't just broken, but that the very rules of reality are a prison? Today we are diving deep into the dark metaphysical journey of Wotan, a figure who literally chose to rewrite his own soul to get ultimate power, becoming the Mad Rune King. And believe me, this is more than just a story. It's a really chilling look at what it costs to tear down creation just to become a god. And this right here, this single idea, is the spark that lights the whole fire. It's this deep, profound dissatisfaction, not just with, society, but with the entire logic of existence. For Watan, these old runes of order, they weren't a foundation to build on. No, they were chains. So this isn't about reform. This is a full-on declaration of war on reality itself. So, this is where our story starts. We find Wotan standing at the edge of this metaphorical abyss. He's looking out at the world, at all its systems of logic and reason, and he doesn't see a foundation for life. He sees a gilded prison, something holding back a much more primal, fundamental truth. His conclusion was, well, pretty radical. He realized he couldn't just fix this system from the inside. He needed a completely new language, a new way to communicate, not with the world of order, but with the raw, foundational chaos that's always churning just beneath the surface. He needed to speak with the void. Okay, this slide really lays out the choice Wotan was facing. On one side, you've got the old runes. That's the system for naming and categorizing the natural world. But to him, it's just stagnant, gilded chains. And on the other side, the Mad Runes, a totally fractured, chaotic alphabet that isn't designed to build anything, but to deconstruct all logic and tap into that foundational chaos he was after. But here's the thing. Wotan doesn't just learn this new chaotic language. No way. He decides he's going to inscribe it directly onto his very being. This kicks off with a source calls a ritualistic soul rewrite. And this is where the journey takes a seriously terrifying turn. And this is the first brutal step. We're not talking about a symbolic act here. This is a literal, physical transformation. He is carving the chaotic sigils into his own body, making something abstract, terrifyingly real through sheer pain and sacrifice. And this gets to the true purpose of the ritual. The Mad Runes aren't just symbols on his skin. They function as a cognitive virus. I mean, think about that. It's like a conceptual infection designed to just dismantle his mind and completely reconfigure his soul so that it vibrates on the same frequency as the void. Now, all of this brutal self-mutilation wasn't just about rejecting the old ways. It had a very specific and frankly terrifying purpose. He was actively turning his mind and his soul into a vessel, a kind of conductor designed to attract and channel an immense raw power from beyond. And make no mistake, this was not random violence. It was a calculated, four-step process. He carves the sigils to literally bleed out human traits. Things like pity and fear. This hollowing out of his soul creates a kind of psychic vacuum, all to prepare himself to channel this immense cosmic force. And the result of all this is a complete internal rewiring. His spirit is no longer a container for human thought. It's become what the source calls a psychological lightning rod, a high-tension conductor, totally empty and just waiting for that strike from the great beyond. And of course, once the vessel was fully prepared, the power arrived. The divine lightning, as it's called, just rips through the veils of reality and finds its new home right inside Wotan's intentionally shattered mind. So what is this power, really? Well, think of it as the raw, unrefined life force of existence itself. It's called Der Wille, the will. And what's so fascinating is that it's not a weapon he can just pick up and use. He doesn't control it. The power manifests as him. He has become the storm. Okay, so now that he's got this immense power anchored inside of him, all that internal chaos starts to bleed out, and it begins to violently reshape the external world. His transformation definitely doesn't stay contained. And the effect is devastatingly systematic. This lightning, this will, it just incinerates the core ideas of the era. Rationalism, scientific progress, social consensus, all of it, gone. It replaces pure reason with this terrifying awareness of the cosmic frenzy that's actually driving everything. It even shatters what the source calls the God-sized cage of morality.
And this power, it leads to the ultimate philosophical shift. His entire perception of reality is broken and then totally remade. Truth is no longer something you go out and discover out there in the world.
Instead, truth becomes a direct projection of his own rewritten, supercharged consciousness. Reality is now whatever his powerful, chaotic will declares it to be. The world doesn't shape him anymore, he shapes the world. And right here, you can see the tangible results. The actual, physical world begins to mirror his internal state. The steel cities and the ancient forests of the 19th century start to warp and vibrate with his malevolent purpose. They literally become extensions of his own psyche. So this entire journey has a final destination. After rewriting his soul and warping reality itself, Wotan finally reaches his ultimate form, the shattered sovereign, the mad Rune King. He is now the sovereign of this new, chaotic reality that he created. And his crown, it isn't made of gold. It's made of the very same cosmic lightning that shattered his mind in the first place. His authority comes directly from the chaos that unmade him and then remade him. And here's the ultimate irony of it all. He has mastered the very same force that destroyed those who came before him. By internalizing this chaotic will, he achieves both horrific, total isolation, and ultimate, absolute power. Their ruin is literally his throne. Which it leaves us with this final, really unsettling question, doesn't it? Wotan's journey is one of absolute self-overcoming, of transcending human limits entirely. It's a cautionary tale about chasing power without any limits. So what is the cost of a victory like that? What is lost when a man becomes a storm? In the end, the source leaves us with this one chilling image. Wotan becomes this figure of ultimate apocalyptic change. He's both the destructive force on the outside and the internal catalyst for collapse. He is the lightning that strikes the tower and the rune that breaks the mind forever.